what if polarization could be popped like a balloon, erased like an illusion? Yes, it's very real, and it's causing a lot of trouble worldwide. You know it. The violence, the words, the separation that this polarization is creating all over the world. But what if it was indeed an illusion? You know it. About every single tradition all over the world and all moments of history have talked about the oneness and the multiplicity. I think of my tradition as an inheritor of the Aztec culture. We have the oneness and we have the representation of each one of the powers, the power of the wind, the power of the earth, the power of the water, and still there was the oneness. And you can research it in every single tradition. There are the two things. The illusion of separation is what is leading us to think about polarization. But hey, how can you tell a person who has just lost her leg that, hey, this is oneness and maybe it's the best thing that happened to you? It really is jumping all the way to spiritual bypassing and putting a happy sticker in a really serious situation of suffering. And that creates even more separation. How dare you be so happy-go-lucky when my house just got demolished by the rain? That creates even more separation. So today, I'm going to give you 3 practical tools, 3 practical actions, verbs that you can use to help you in your day-to-day life, at home and at work, in your neighborhood, to bring this sense of a higher perspective of love, of hope. Because you see, that is your task. That is why you came here to the world in this very moment. Because you are here where you are, inhabiting the beautiful body that you have, in the beautiful location where you live. Because wherever you are is beautiful, by the way, I just tell you. You have a beautiful body, you have a beautiful life, you have a beautiful circumstance. Remember it. Because where you are is where you ask to be. When you were a drop in the sea of infinite consciousness, you asked to come here to be here exactly where you are. In this challenging situation, in this moment of full of possibility. So there are three techniques, 3 ideas that you can use to indeed pop the idea of separation. Number 1 is curiosity. Curiosity, genuine, childish curiosity. Just think that you do not know anything. Think that you can learn. Think that you can grow in perspective, in love for the other, whoever that person is. Even if you had considered that that person thinks different than you, explore the possibility that you can learn something from them. I'm a mom, 2 children, boy and girl, teenagers. They fight, they argue. When they cannot solve their problems, I put my hat of curiosity and I listen to each one of them. Tell me what happened. Tell me the story. And I listen for the story, and 100% of the time, both have an element of reason. And when the stories are shared is when peace is created. but all starts with the first C of genuine curiosity. Don't assume that all women think this way, that all, I don't know, engineers think this way, that all fill in the blank, religion, nationality, occupation. No, there are nuances. And as you learn all these nuances, you learn that everybody has an element of truth, of worth. I see that in the future, with all this division that we have created, we could be able to harmonize all that division as, I see it as that division as the egg and the sperm that get together to create a baby, and then it starts dividing the cells, 2, 4, 8, and then they start to differentiate. And these cells will be the heart, and these cells will be the kidneys, and these cells will be the bones. I dream that this is the future of humanity, that we start learning to respect each other, that this the story of the lungs, this is the story of the hair, this is the story of the eyes. As we listen to each other, we learn with compassion that the other has another perspective. Curiosity. The second C is compassion. Yesterday, I was really upset, and I was about to have an argument with somebody who actually I barely know, because she did not behave in the way I thought that she should. She sent an email before informing me. She asked me if I liked something that I never saw. She changed the work that I did before. Oh my God, I was so angry. I was very much into the world of separation, of polarization. She's not professional. I just started judging her. And first I did, what Abraham Lincoln told us, all of us, write a very angry letter. Write it with all the anger that you have. Don't send that letter, break it. In this case, I just deleted it. And then my anger went away. My compassion started to trickle in. And I started to feel, well, do I really know what is the circumstances that she has? Do I really understand what she's going through? Have I communicate what I see, what I want, how I see us working? I haven't. So I exhale all my anger. I exhale all my separation, pick up the phone and call her. We reach a beautiful agreement. I never complain about what I thought she did wrong. And guess what she did? She apologized. She apologized because she knew what was not proper. When you see with compassion the other, before even you have a conversation, when you see with love the other, because that's what it means, compassion, to come together, passion, to feel the feelings of the other. When you feel the feelings of the other person will be able to feel your own feelings. And that is when cooperation will be able to occur. Compassion. And the last C is creativity. As you know, I am Mexican, and maybe you do know that the most famous dish in Mexico is called the mole. The mole is a combination of ingredients coming from Europe, from Spain, and ingredients native to Mexico, native to the Aztecs. And this dish is made with a plethora of processes. You boil some ingredients, you grill some ingredients, you fry some ingredients, and then the list is just gigantic, the number of ingredients. So, in the 16th century, this recipe was created. When Mexico was not existent, it was the Aztecs and the Spanish. So they mix all together in a new sauce that never existed before. What if we could grill, fry, boil? What are the ideas and thoughts of the person who you disagree with your ideas? What if you could create a mole of peace? And this is what we are going to ask to do, particularly in the next decade. We are just entering a new period of innovation. So I invite you to mix things up, to listen what the others say, what the others do, and welcome it. It is a time in which we need to find this, this creativity is the best representation of what I understand as Christ consciousness. It's the combination of the things that seem irreconcilable, and that's the reason why Christ is a cross. We are to reconcile the grounded material thing with the spiritual, air-like thing. How do you do that? How do you materialize spirit and spiritualize matter? The only way to do that is by opening your arms like the cross to cooperate with others, so that others bring all those elements that will create this Christ consciousness. This Christ consciousness is the creativity of the joy of being in oneness. And the only way to do it is to create it. And that is what is your divine nature. And that is what is honor. That is what is to honor the other. You honor the other, you honor yourself. This is perfect boundaries, the place when you love yourself and love the other at the same time. The only way to do it is with creativity. This is the right moment to like the video. This does wonders for the channel and it feels really good for me. Please like it. Thank you. Start applying it in your home, in the bookshelf here behind. I will show you a photo. Before, there were the books of my husband and my books somewhere and the books of the children somewhere. Now we have put them all together. You will see that there's all ordered in color, in a color scheme, because I don't want the children books separated, and we are a family. How can you create a sense of family, of combining these ingredients with the people you disagree with? Start finding common ground with your neighbor, with your husband, with your boss, with your client. Start finding common ground in a creative endeavor. It's really like working with the clay of reality, creating something new. Imagine it with the hope that is going to happen. Thank you very much for watching. And here it will appear a video that YouTube knows that you will like very much.